Hey guys, you're a chronic turd. Hey guys, it's me. Today we are going to have a very weird book review about The Strange Fascinations of Noah Hypnotik by David Arnold. Okay, this book was confuzzling. Alright, I am going to do like a non-spoilery section starting now, and I'll let you know when I'm going to get into spoilers. This book is about a guy who gets hypnotized, and I did not know that going into this book. I literally picked this up because it was a signed copy, and it was around my birthday, and I was like, hey, like, Mom, if you don't want to like go out of your way to like buy me something, just like pick this up from the bookstore, I have it on hold, right? And I just liked the way that he signed it. That's the only thing that like really made me want to pick up this book. The plot was vague to a point where it was like, oh, that could be cool if done well, right? Well, I gave this book like 2-3 stars. I think for me, it was a waste of time. I know other people really like this book. I know some people don't like it. I'm one of the people who did not like it. David Arnold is also the guy who wrote Mosquitoland as well, and I haven't read that. I've heard that it can be problematic. Don't know, because people slap the label problematic on almost anything, honestly, on BookTube. So anyway, back to this book. This book is about a guy who gets hypnotized. This guy tells him when he's at a party if he can come to his house, and Noah, the main character, is like, okay, because he's pretty drunk, and he goes and he gets hypnotized. And this book is about 3 months of him living his life, and yeah, that's all I can really say for the non-spoilery section. I'm going to get into spoilers in just a little bit, because the characters were just okay. They each were very like distinct. Like, I can tell you one character from another. That's not an issue. Character development, not really an issue. I just didn't like the interactions that the characters had with each other. I didn't really like any of the characters, which for some people is not that big of a deal. However, Noah, oh my god, he is like, you know those girls who are like, I'm not like other girls, I take AP courses, I'm so quirky, I'm a virgin, I don't do drugs, I don't drink, I'm so special, I'm such a special snowflake, I like to read the classics for fun, and all. Oh yeah. Basically, that's Noah. Noah is, I'm not like other boys. I'm quirky. I take AP courses. I don't do drugs. I read Mila Henry, and I'm so special. And that's like the forefront of this book, is like you being interested in Noah. You don't really need to like him. You just have to like be interested in him and how he thinks and stuff, because that's the whole point of the book, is that the strange fascinations, there's like 4 different things that I think he's interested in. I totally forget like exactly what each one of them was. He also likes Bowie, which is kind of a plot point, and he thinks of him liking Bowie as a character trait. Like, I like Billie Eilish, but I don't necessarily see that as like part of my, like, it's not a personality trait, it's just a person, and her music is something that I like, you know? And this person, Noah, thinks of like him liking Bowie as something like really special, because not that many people his age listen to Bowie or something, and whatever. There's little dabs of romance throughout this book. It's not like the forefront or anything. Like, if you don't like romance, don't worry about it. It's not really in here. But I think my main gripe with this book is the fact that it's, let's see how many pages it is. I think it's like 400, almost 400. Yeah, it's 400 pages. This could have been 200. it did not need to be as long as it was. It was drawn out, and the ending, oh my god. And that's where I will go into spoiler territory. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just no. Just big fat yikes to this book. I remember being so mad when I was reading this because I'm like, get to the point. Because, you know, some books like My Brilliant Friend are kind of just a segment in someone's life. They're not really necessarily, there's not necessarily a point, but there's a direction that they go. For this book, I feel like when I was done reading it, I'm like, what did I just read? I understood what I read it, but I'm still confused as to like, what did I read? You know what I'm talking about? And I just don't understand. I don't understand, like, what I'm supposed to get out of this book, because we learn, getting into, like, the plot, we learn that he's hypnotized, right? The 3 months that he has been alive, like, after he got hypnotized, he starts seeing, like, things that are different, and he knows, and he follows those leads. I'm not going to get into strange fascinations because I don't think it really matters, but, honestly, and at the 3 months after he gets hypnotized, we realize he's been in a simulation the whole time. Like, he's been making he's lived the last 3 months of his life in, like, I think it was 9 hours or 6 hours or something. I don't know if I explained that very clearly, but basically the next 3 months, he got hypnotized. 3 months goes by, and he realizes when he wakes up from his, like, hypnotic state that it's really only been 6 hours and not 3 months. So basically, the last 50 pages or so are him, like, kind of going through, I think, those 3 months in real life. Generally, I don't think it goes through every single day like it did with most of this book. Oh my god, I just can't get over how it's 400 pages. So, one thing I wanted to also say about this book was the fact that I don't care about Noah. And that's like the whole basis for this book, is that you care about what he thinks and like how he's thinking about it. And I just didn't. And it's just like, then what's the point? Because he's very unlikable. You know, as I said, he's the quirky, I'm special, you're not kind of vibe. I don't really know what else to say besides that the last 50 pages, I'd say, were better than the rest of the book, which isn't a good thing for any book unless that book is 50 pages. I've seen other people on Goodreads talk about why this book wasn't their cup of tea, and they say, like, you know, the last 50 pages were a lot better, and I agree with that. I'm not gonna read Mosquitoland. If you like unlikable characters a lot, then read this book. If you think it's quirky to like Bowie and to take AP classes and read Mila Henry, then you'll like this book. However, if you just want to find something mildly entertaining, this book was average, trying so hard not to be average. If you like those kinds of books, then read it. I did not. I thought this book was below average, whatever. Wasn't exceptional. Wasn't gonna change my life. I could go my whole life without reading this book. I'm not gonna care about it at all. I'm gonna forget about it. It's forgettable. I want to get rid of this copy. I want to get a paperback because I hate having hardback. I didn't pay for it, thank God. But if someone wants this, then just, you know, let me know and you can have it, okay? Because I want it. I just want it out of my life, okay? And that's honestly all I have to say. Usually I go on some kind of 20-30 minute rampage about why the book sucked, or why I didn't like it, or why I did like it, and certain plot points that I would go out in length to talk about. For this book, I basically said everything I need to say. I think Noah Hypnotik which his real name's Noah Oakman. He had some kind of scholarship for swimming and dive or something, and how a big part of this book was about college and like how he was trying to figure that out and how he had a fake back injury and he was lying about it. Gave me some Again But Better vibes. Great, I needed that in my life. And he wouldn't tell his parents that he had a fake back injury, and that basically put his scholarship for swim and dive at risk because he's actually pretty good at it even though he doesn't like it. And it's like, wow, where have I seen something like that before? You know, I just don't like the main character. I kind of liked his friends. They were okay. I didn't like their interactions. They felt weird. And I didn't like Noah's interactions with other people. And I get that it's all in his head. But at the same time, that doesn't excuse that I just didn't like the story. And I didn't like the characters. The only thing that I did like was the writing. Kind of. But the thing is that a bad plot and a bad characters kind of take away the point of good writing. Because good writing is like grease in the wheels of... Not the wheels. Grease... You know, it's like grease, okay? Good writing is like grease in a car, where it's supposed to make everything else better, but it doesn't matter if the main parts aren't there, and I think that's my final thought on this book. You're a chronic turd, and good writing is like grease. That's my takeaway from this. Okay, that's my main takeaway. And I hope all of you have a good day. I don't recommend this book unless you want something average and you really like the quirky, I'm not like other boys characters. And that's all I have to say. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. I want to say something real quick. I will be doing the reading rush. I'm not going to post a TBR video for it. If you don't know what that is, it's Booktubeathon, like the readathon at the end of July, but they renamed it because, you know, I think Booktube sounded kind of exclusive or whatever, because it sounds like, oh, you have to be a booktuber to participate when that's not what it is. So, the reading rush is next week. At the time I'm filming this, I will be participating. I'm going to be reading 3 books, maybe 4. I'm not going to be reading 7. Oh, I'll be reading 4. Definitely 4. But I'm not going to be reading 7 books. Because the books I chose this year, oh my god, the challenges threw me through a loop. Because all of the books that fit those challenges were so, like, for me, 200 to 300 pages is, like, average length for me. But it takes me about a week to get through those books. And I'm going to have to get through about 3 in a week. So, and plus... When Jack, don't remember the author of that book, but anyway, just want to let you guys know that I'm not going to do a TBR video. I'm going to be doing the video challenges. I'm going to be doing the Instagram challenges. I'll put the links to my Instagram below, all that good stuff. I hope all of you will participate. If you don't have time, I understand. I don't think I will have time, and I really want to, like, complete the challenges, especially since this year there's, like, not the certificate, but, like, the website, like, this year, it's, like, it's a thing. Like, it's a thing, you know what I mean? So, yeah, alright, thanks for subscribing. Please subscribe if you're not.